Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another experiment thing with Hawkeye this time at Sporting Kansas. So he's 15 years old at the start and you can see what stats are at the highest levels. We've got 20 corners, 20 crossing, 20 finishing, 20 free kick taking, 20 long shots, 20 passing, 20 penalty taking, 20 technique and vision, obviously. They're quite clear. Incredible at kicking a ball or firing an arrow. Long throws, marking, tackling, heading, first touch and dribbling, not so good. He's got a bit of flair about him because you saw him on top of the roof in the first Avengers, you know. Vision, as we know, obviously has to be quite good because he's got Hawk's eye thing. Anticipation, he's able to kind of predict where they're going to run to, so he shoots them. He's very, very brave, as he's just a normal human being taking on freaking aliens and robots. Like, what's that about? And he's pretty composed. He knows what he's doing. He's chill. But there you have it. Otherwise, everything else is kind of average at best, or bad. But we'll jump 5 years on, see how he gets on, where he's at, and how things are progressing for him. Okay, so Hawkeye is now at Benfica. It's playing striker originally, but now has also can play at attacking midfield. Made 18 caps and 4 goals for the USA. He moved to Austin FC in the expansion draft, where he played quite a few games, but nothing's amazing. He did play quite well. He has then moved to Benfica for £3.5 million in Portugal, where he's made 6 appearances and 1 assist this season. So that's interesting to see. Not much has changed. He has had a few stats decrease slightly and a few increase slightly, depending on a few things, but generally staying pretty similar. Only 19, so you've got plenty of room to grow. But we'll take a look another 5 years on and see how he gets on having moved to Benfica. Well, this is a move and a half. He's off to Barcelona. He must have been impressing them whilst at Benfica, because he's made the big move to Barca. 24 years old, valued at 75 million and being paid £200,000 a week. He looks very, very tidy. 6'3" tall. Some nice physicals, nothing spectacular there, but you can see his technicals are incredible. His mentals have shot up and improved so much. Let's have a look. £60 million he spent on him. You can see there, but in the season after, he made 24 appearances, getting 18 assists and 5 goals. So he's obviously more of a provider, maybe, for at least he was at Benfica, whereas he's now turned into a bit more of a goal scorer for Barcelona, hitting above the 8-point average rating in majority of the seasons, with a 7.75, the lowest for Barcelona. So that's quite impressive. Let's take a look at the milestones though. So he's been in the MLS All-Stars as well previously. Won the treble with Benfica, did the double of the year after, and then moved on to Barcelona, where he's won the Spanish Super Cup twice and the Spanish Cup twice, as well as winning the Gold Cup with the United States national team. But there you have it. We'll jump another 5 years, take another look, and see if he's stuck around at Barcelona or moved on at all. He has stuck around at Barcelona, now 29 years old, 101 caps for the United States. But you can see he is also starting to become a makeshift defensive midfielder. It'll be interesting to see if he does become more and more developed there, as because of his passing ability, his technique, his vision, all that sort of thing, he could play that kind of Pirlo role with his lack of kind of pace and that, especially if he slowly starts to, as he gets older, decline in that aspect. But you can see he's continued his incredible form of 8 average rating or above in the last few seasons. Some phenomenal stuff. I think that 60 million they paid for him was very much worth it. Let's take a look at the milestones. Is there any big wins? We can see plenty more cases where he's won Spanish Cups and Spanish First Division. They've won in the 4 of the last 4 years. So Barcelona are back on top, let's say, in Spain, back where they meant to be, with Hawkeye at the helm. I'm sure they'll be there for a little longer. But we'll jump another 5 years, take a look how things are going for him, and what he gets up to. Okay, so there is a move about. He's moved to PSG in France, now 34 years old. We can see it was a free and only just recently moved over there. 8 goals in 12 appearances. That's quite ridiculous after having dropped off a little bit for Barcelona, playing less and less. He is getting on though. He is 34 years old now, so he is a little older than most players. £22 million worth though, and still being paid £165,000 a week. Not bad at all. And was there more trophies? Absolutely there was. There's loads more trophies. They've continued to win the Spanish First Division, and he even won Ligue 1 following his move to PSG. But let's jump to his retirement, see if he fancies carrying on his career and what's going on there, and we'll go from there. So there we have it. It looks like his retirement is ending his time in football. 36 years old is his retirement age. Not bad still though. I mean, obviously his physicals have dropped massively, but if you can get them, I mean, they're still quite ridiculous at 36. You wouldn't want to say no to him. He stayed at PSG for a couple of years, not making too many appearances, but still doing okay, and then moved to Italy for a season with Roma just before his retirement. 11 goals, 5 assists in that season, playing 38 games, so the most games he's played ever in one season, which is quite ridiculous if you think about it, at the age of 36. So he's played the most games he ever did at the end in his last ever season, and he still managed to perform. His only season where he didn't perform was the one before that. I say before that, during that season where he played one game for PSG where he got 6.8, but that doesn't really count anyway. Yeah, there you have it. I mean, I just saw that Lautaro Martinez is PSG manager, which is quite interesting. But anyway, that's something else. There you go. Hawkeye is retiring. A very, very good striker with that sort of technical ability and accuracy. It certainly shows that you can have good longevity and continue to perform, especially if you use it to your best of your ability. But there you have it. I hope you did enjoy. I thought it was quite interesting. If there's any other characters or anything like that you want to see in Football Manager, let me know. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll catch you next time.